Next, I'd like to introduce to you the sponsor of the Abolish Abortion Bill in Pennsylvania, Representative Dave Zimmerman.
Well, good morning. What a beautiful day that the Lord's provided for us. So good to have you all here. I spoke with somebody that came all the way from Tennessee, and there may be some others back here from Pittsburgh and all across many states. And so thank you guys for being here. Thank you for your support and what we need to do and are trying to accomplish here. I want to thank Sal for your work and putting all of this together. Thank you so much. Thank you. Also, my gratitude goes to Zach and Dennis and the whole team for all the work you're doing across the country, not only here in Pennsylvania. So I want to just start out with reading Psalms 139:13 through 16. And I know you guys all know this, but when you read this, there's so much in here, and it's really all about who all of us are, who the unborn are. And it's really, there's not a question that this is from conception. There's not a question that this is from conception until God calls us home. But here goes, Psalms 139:13 through 16. For you created my inmost being, you knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful, I know that full well. My frame was not hidden from you when I was made in the secret place, when I was woven together in the depth of the earth. Your eyes saw my unformed body. All the days ordained for me were written in your book before one of them came to be. What powerful, powerful words. In Leviticus 20, it talks about, warns about the punishments that'll come because of child sacrifice. Is abortion today not the same as child sacrifice in Leviticus? Is it the modern day child sacrifice, really? Well, let's talk about legalization being, or this legislation being introduced. First off, does everyone know that in Pennsylvania, abortion is legal up to 24 weeks? And there's a number of accounts in recent times where, little babies at 20 weeks of age have survived. So even while the laws differ from state to state, we must change. We must make a difference. So what we're doing is calling this the Equal Justice Act. And it's still a work in progress, but we made a lot of progress just this past week. I have a great research team. Been getting lots of help from the team here as well, and I'm elated about what we're going to be introducing. So do you all know that the vehicle that paved the way for Roe v. Wade was actually the classification of the unborn? So in other words, back then, the born and unborn were classified differently, and that paved the way to have Roe v. Wade become law. This legislation classifies the unborn the same as the born. The bill gives the unborn protection in the Pennsylvania Constitution, and that, folks, is what's going to make all the difference. If we can get it into the Pennsylvania Constitution, and that's ultimately what this bill does. We all know the unborn and the born are all created by God in His image. They deserve the same identity. They deserve the same equal protection. And that's, just echoing some of Sal's words in the opening. It's what it's all about. What I want to do is kind of just end with some of what's going to be in the co-sponsor memo. For you folks that are not as familiar with how all this legislation process works, we draft a bill, we put it out for co-sponsors to sign on, and the co-sponsors would be my fellow House members can sign on as co-sponsors. Extremely important that we get some co-sponsors on the bill, and to do that, we put this co-sponsor memo out so they know what's coming and what's included in the bill itself. And then the bill needs, will need to go to committee. Fortunately, a bill like this will go to the Health Committee. It's a committee that I'm on, and we have a great committee chair. Many of you know Kathy Rapp from the northwest part of the state. A great friend and all about pro-life, and so I'm convinced we can get it passed out of the Health Committee. The next challenge then would be the House floor. And after that, it moves to the Senate. It'll go into the Health Committee over in the Senate. We need to get it through that committee and then out on the Senate floor. And then we have, from there, we have to battle with the governor. So let me just read a couple of the, or a small piece I will have in the co-sponsor memo itself. So, acknowledging the sanctity of innocent human life created in the image of God, which should be equally protected from fertilization to natural death. The purpose of this act is to ensure that the right to life and equal protection of the laws to all unborn children from the moment of fertilization, to establish that a living human unborn child from the moment of fertilization and at every stage of development is entitled to the same rights, powers, and privileges as are secured or granted by the laws of this Commonwealth to any other human person. I think that says it all, but here's how I want to end, guys. Here's how I want to end. This kind of bill, all of you know, the enemy does not like. And there's going to be tremendous pressure, not on me, but on those that are going to support this effort right here in Harrisburg and all the way through this process. Guys, we need your prayers. We need your support going forward if we're going to get this accomplished. But this is the beginning. This is the start. So every good thing starts somewhere, and we're on the right track. God's with us. Thank you very much.